Yeah, I know. I'm glad we made it too. And with that being said, I wish it was as simple as not having no more work to do. I wish it was as simple as being able to let your head down, so to speak. I wish it was as simple as being at ease. I wish it was simple as a lot of things, just like some of y'all. But we know in order to keep thriving, in order to keep striving, in order to keep growing, in order to keep maturing, in order to keep growing, if I ain't just say that, it felt like I did, you hear me? In order to keep expanding, in order to keep ascending, it's always more work to do. So, although we're in a new year, you know, we still got work to do. Stillness, abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness, abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. I say that because only regular people think everybody else regular. And if you're the type of person that, regardless of what you came here with, regardless of what you have, regardless of who you think you are, you know, so forth and so on, then you'll understand when I say, if God get the last laugh, sometimes He gonna have to get it through you. If God gonna get the last laugh, He gonna have to get it through me, in my experience. And it's an honor for the lessons. It's an honor for the journey. You know, it's an honor for the acquaintances, come and go. It's an honor for it all, you know. For those of us who are still here, we're still here. We're still grateful. We're still exercising love. We're still exercising light. We're still demonstrating gratitude. We're still demonstrating peace. We're still living in joy. We're still exercising accountability, taking accountability. We're still using our strength to strengthen others. We're still moving in humility. You hear me? We're still being humanitarians amongst humanity. We're still inspiring. We're still moving in forgiveness. Even though we may not fuck with them no more, you hear me? Somebody gonna need to catch that, you know? Forgiveness don't mean you still have to entertain what's detrimental to you. Forgive and release and keep it moving. We still exercising being encouraging and encouragement. We still moving and healing. We still motivating. We still raising ourselves up so we can raise our ancestors up and raise some of you too. You hear me? It's an honor to be here. I went through those things just to ask us this. How many people you know the same when nobody watching? How many people you know the same when nobody looking? That's why God sent me. And my name is Sawu. It's a pleasure. I just want to remind us that change is constant and consistent. Growth is uncomfortable, but you have to get uncomfortable with uncomfortability in order to grow. I repeat, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable with uncomfortability in order to grow. So I don't only speak for myself when I say I find myself grateful that God kept a sacred circle of light around me. I'm also grateful that I was wise enough to get consumed in it. I'm also grateful that I was wise enough to recognize it. You hear me? That's going to be important for whoever needed to catch it. And some of y'all going to understand exactly what I said. And those who don't and come up amongst this message may have to learn the hard way. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. I had to learn the hard way because I was hard-headed, you hear me? And if I be honest, that was the only way that was the only way I was going to get it. And it only had me to blame, you hear me? Accountability, regardless of the actors. Regardless of the actors that we cast to play the parts that they're going to play in our life, it'd be wise to take accountability. And in accountability, you start to pull your essences, or otherwise your action, or otherwise your power back from undeserving places. That's going to be important too. And it's also a part of the healing process. At least it was for me. You know, I did most of my healing through learning that when needed. I say that to say this. Don't get burnt by the sun by not reading the fine print. Those of us who doing the work know that we ain't come here with warning labels. And a lot of times we gonna get read wrong, you know, in order to read right. You hear me? If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But I ain't come with a warning label myself. I love to say that too. I learn on the move. I learn on the go, you know, and I learn on the field in operation of spirit. So you gotta feel it. I say that to say this. So you're gonna have to feel it. You're gonna have to hear it. You're gonna have to see it. Now those are the clairs. And if you don't acknowledge any of those three and what you came here with, if you don't already know it been shown by the Spirit, I really don't know what to tell you. But in any case, we're gonna have to have it in us and not on us. You hear me? As we keep moving through the shadows, you must be aware. As we keep moving through the shadows, we must be aware of the places that we draw conversation, that we draw ourselves into through conversations. We must be aware of the places that we draw ourselves into through conversations with others. Question everything, question everybody. Use your discernment, trust your intuition. It's always wolves in sheep's clothing. Regardless of what we find ourselves enduring, don't only get the lesson, but get the blessing that come with the lesson, you know, out of every experience, out of every circumstance, out of every situation, out of every moment, you know. We're going to allow ourselves to live a little bit more in 2024, you know. Today is the first day of the year. Happy first day of the year to everybody. It's a powerful energy in the air. 118, you know, January 1. This is the first day. That's the 1. In 2024, it's 8. That's 118. That's abundance, empowerment, and positivity. Self-confidence, and personal growth. So those are some good things. Those are some good energies to be integrating, to be harmonizing, to be balancing. I ain't come to say a lot, but I came to say something. We probably will go into a reading tomorrow or the next time I tap in. I think I got something lined up. I was gonna do it today, but the time got a little ahead of me. But we're gonna tap in tomorrow. But I want to keep encouraging everybody. Feel good for no reason at all. Feeling good is feeling God. You know. Subscribe if you haven't. You know. The emoji for the night is gonna be a gold medal. You hear me? Because I believe everybody number one. I believe everybody number one. You hear me? Apply your potential because it takes more than potential. Knowledge is power, but application of that knowledge is powerful. I want to stress that. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. And be more grateful. You hear me? Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the unlikes. Thanks for the shares. Thanks for everything. Purchases, donations, so forth and so on. You hear me? Rest when you need it. You know, I'm about to take my own advice and stay positive. I love y'all. Salute.